What happens when the wish to protect someone blinds you to all morality? Season 2 of Wednesday ends with a shocking twist. Isaac Knight, thought to be dead, is alive and still chasing his deadly plan. But his true horror is not the zombie body or the machine heart. It's the choice he made 30 years ago and again today.
It can't be. Isaac Knight disappeared 30 years ago.
Correction, Professor. I died 30 years ago. Never underestimate the power of science.
The whole Isaac Knight story is like looking into the mind of someone ruled by cold logic. No warmth, no doubts. He used to be Gomez Adams' best friend, almost like family, but then he betrayed him without a second thought. Martisha explains that Isaac lured Gomez to tower to feed him to the machine. And it wasn't about revenge or ambition, it was something simpler and scarier. Saving his sister, Francoise, Tyler's mother, from the Hyde curse, so she wouldn't have to live in fear of losing herself again.
I can finally keep that promise I made you to free you from this horrible curse.
Every transformation has a human cost until it finally steals your life.
Isaac's choice, picking his sister over his best friend, lands like something out of the Bible. And what makes it so disturbing is how calm he is about it. No guilt, no hesitation, he runs on cold logic, like people are just numbers in an equation. Even the heart he built for himself is described as kind of calculator. You can see that same cold logic with Puxley. Wednesday's little brother is already tied up, and Isaac just looks at him and says, "Save your strength for the sacrifice."
Get ready. We're about to fry your battery.
From a psychoanalytic view, Isaac never reached what Melanie Klein called the depressive position. That's the point where a person can face loss, accept that people you love are not perfect, and that one day they will leave or die. Isaac couldn't do that. His mind was too fragile, his ego is too fragile. For him, his sister Francoise was like the mother figure he needed as a child. Losing her to the Hyde curse felt impossible. So giving up Gomez and later even Puxley was just the price he was willing to pay to avoid that unbearable loss. Isaac sees the Addams family's loyalty as nothing but weakness. But that belief gets shattered by Francoise herself. She sees what his obsession has cost, and in her last moments asks him not to save her, but to save her son, Tyler. Well, she's doing that in a very controlling manner. Tyler says her, okay, being Hyde is actually my strength, my powers. I feel great with it. But, well, she decides for him. That's Francoise and her love. But this is another video we did and discussed. Here we're talking about Isaac first, mainly.
That changes tonight.
Promise me, no matter what happens, you'll do it. What we discussed. I need your word.
The clearest symbol of Isaac's split personality is thin. Isaac is the cold, calculating monster. Thin is the part of him that got cut off and instead chose loyalty and goodness. Isaac even admits this split when he sees Thin wandering the halls of Nevermore or Willow Hill.
Except he's never been yours. Imagine my surprise when I saw my right hand wandering the halls of Willow Hill without me.
When Isaac tries to force the hand back onto himself, he's really trying to take back the moral part he lost. But Finn has already chosen the Addams family, standing for loyalty and care, and it fights against Isaac's control.
What is happening?
At the climax in the tower, Finn makes the final move. The part of Isaac that still stood for morality, the part he tried to destroy, ends up defeating the cold machine. Finn literally tears out his mechanical heart, and Isaac dies. Okay. Isaac Knight made a cold choice, driven by a fear of loss he couldn't just face. Yet his story leaves us with a strange kind of comfort. Goodness and loyalty, even when cut off, can find a way back. We saw that moral victory play out when Finn tore out Isaac's mechanical heart, the final act of setting things right. And it leaves us with a big question: who is Finn really, and why did this last shred of Isaac's moral self choose the Addams family instead of returning to its darker source? Why? Maybe because Finn was inspired and energized by Gomez's energy. Maybe because the Addams family represent kindness and love and morality and ability to move to the depressive position. And see you in the next videos on the channel.